Let's sew an easy summer tank top with our sewing machine. This is the curved hem tank from Ellie & Mac. Throughout this tutorial, I'll be sharing my exact stitch settings to achieve smooth seams, top stitching, and hems for this knit garment pattern. I'm sewing with a light waffle knit material here. This top is easy and breezy and worth a repeat sew. Let's get started. Fold the top edge of your pocket to the wrong side by 1 inch and give that a good press. Then we'll sew along that raw edge from one side to the other, edge stitching that hem in place. Then I'll press the side and bottom edges to the wrong side by 1/4 inch. I'm going to apply wash away Wonder Tape to those hemmed side and bottom edges to make the application onto the front bodice easier. Then I'll place the wrong side of the pocket onto the right side of the bodice at the markings transferred from the pattern piece. Then stitch in place along the side and bottom edges. Place your back bodice pieces right sides together and pin along the center seam. Then we'll sew with our 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I've pressed that seam to one side. Now I'll place the front and back bodice pieces right sides together, aligning the shoulder seams and the side seams. And pin in place. Sew the shoulder seams and side seams with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I've pressed all of those seams toward the back of the garment. Fold the neck binding in half, right sides together. Sew the short seam with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and press the seam open. Then take it to the ironing board and press your neckband in half, wrong sides together all the way around. I'm going to place pins in my neckband at 4 equal intervals, with the seam being one of the points. And I'll do the same to 1/4 the neckline. I'm going to place the neckband and the neckline right sides together, aligning the 1/4 points, placing my seam at the center back. Now we can sew the neckband in place all the way around using your preferred stretch stitch. I'm going to be using a lightning bolt stitch and a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I've gone ahead and pressed that neckline seam down toward the bodice all the way around. Now I'm going to top stitch the seam allowance in place from the right side of the garment using a zigzag stitch. Create your 2 armbands in the same exact way as we did for the neckline binding, placing them right sides together along the short edges and sewing at 1/4 inch. Then folding them wrong sides together and 1/4ing the raw edges. Also 1/4 the armhole edges. Pin both of the armbands to the armholes, aligning the raw edges and the 1/4 points right sides together. I'm going to sew those armbands in place with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and a lightning bolt stitch. Once again, stretching that band slightly to fit the armhole all the way around. Press the bands out and the seams toward the bodice. Then top stitch your seam allowance in place, sewing from the outside. For the bottom hem, I'm going to fold the hem allowance to the wrong side by 1/2 inch all the way around. Then I'll edge stitch along that raw edge on the inside all the way around with a zigzag stitch. And now the top is complete. Thank you for watching this sew along. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more full-length sewing tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.